It's telling me it's time for some shenanigans. So let me know. Oh, there you go. Wow. StreamYard's on the ball tonight. Looky. Hello, folks. And thank you for coming in. I sees and I hears you. Oh, boy. Anyways, we'll wait for some more people before we get into what I've been inundated with the last 24 hours. And is there some truth to it? Probably. But, anyways, we won't get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's just say hi to Tiffany and Xander and Pete, Grape Jams. Hey, Mama. And there's Johnny, Tony, Glenda. I'm sure Sir Grace is sitting in his royalty chair. G'day, Lee, Fisherman 506. Howdy. So once we get up a little bit more here, we'll get into what they say, the meat and potatoes. It's all part of the business. Shouldn't be, but it is. G'day, Sean. There we go. And now we got a bunch of people coming in. Hey, Angie. How are you? And those that thank you for all the requests and emails, seeing how I'm doing. I am starting to feel a little bit better. Troy Sutton, howdy. My body has taken an absolute whooping. These drugs you're not supposed to be on for any more than 7 days. The first batch of antibiotics, and I was on for 15. And then they switched me over to a double antibiotic. So there's 2 antibiotics in 1 pill. Man. They every joint in my body is like somebody's got a hot poker. My knee that I had the cortisone shots in, it was feeling pretty good. We went through the cruise, it all in all, it was pretty good. Not anymore. I have to go tomorrow and volunteer at the special needs basketball tournament. Not sure how that's going to work out. There's only so many oh yeah, Linda. It's I hate yes. So actually we have a very good friend who is an MD, specializes in emergency medicine. And he said the amount of probiotics you would have to take to make up for the pills I'm on, they would make me sick. So like you said, it's never a bad thing to take a probiotic, but should you? I don't know. Hey, Miss Ann, welcome. And yes, we will get into, once we get up to about 24 or so, we'll get into the white elephant in the room that I've been sent emails, texts, phone calls. And yes, Sean, go get yourself a beer. I can't drink it. So you have one for me because I'm allergic to the hops. So it's pretty hard to have. Now, don't get me wrong, on a hot summer day and I'm outside, I will have a cold beer, but I'll pay for it for a week after. Hey, Tamara and Josh. Nice to see you stop by, Josh. Hopefully all's well. Oh, Angie, you know what? Trust me, if it fixes the original problem, I'm okay with that. I just, yeah. But again, I'm not out on social media trashing the company. Am I trashing it in my lives? Mm-hmm. But I'm not. All right. Well, we got 20. So I'm sure the folks that are searching NCL already follow some influencers. And one influencer or a group, two influencers, JJ Cruises, put out a video yesterday that absolutely trashed NCL. And I will say right from the bottom of my heart, it was uncalled for. But he is an influencer. They say they go everywhere. And if you did watch it, he said they've been on NCL, they're going back on NCL. Well, then why did you put that garbage out? It was primarily two issues. One, God rest her soul, a lady passed away 2 weeks before they sailed. They didn't have the insurance. That's why Jesse and I have been preaching to every single person. Buy the insurance. If something goes awry, this is exactly my situation. Seeing a doctor and getting antibiotics was $200. So that well pays for the insurance. If I would have had to stay down there until I was well enough to fly back, they would have covered the hotel and the aircraft extra charges, rebooking fee, I guess you'd call it. Hey, Annette, Annie. So that was the first issue. Well, legally, does NCL have to do anything? No. Are they a heartless group of individuals? I have not met one heartless person at NCL. And that's shoreside and seaside. Yeah. Yes, sometimes there's language barriers, but you work around it. You laugh and joke, you have a good time. So that there kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Why? I'm sure if they would have just went to NCL, the NCL's initial thing's going to go, well, you didn't follow the contract. Well, that's only one person. Talk to the company. I'm sure that they would have, I've heard of situations where they've compensated people. And the next one, was a ship problem. They couldn't get to the Antarctic and back again in enough time. And every single one of us, if we read the fine print in our thing, the fine print says right in it, due to storms, mechanical issues, or whatever, we may not be able to make every port. NCL was offering a discount. That wasn't good enough. It's not their fault that they clip a prop, or obviously it had to be a prop because they couldn't get enough knots out of the ship to get up and back. So, and again, I'm not just doing this out of the top of my head. And no, I'm telling you right now, I have not talked to Terry about this in the least. That's not his gig. I do have some other friends at NCL that I've chatted to. And they were like, seems like it's just one group of people going after or picked up on TikTok, what was going around TikTok, and ran with it to get views. Which, I'm sorry, if I got to start chasing, what's that old analogy? If you have to chase a fire truck to get a story, you're not much of a journalist. And don't get me wrong, those two guys, JJ Cruz, I've subscribed to them before they had 500 people. I've been with them for their entire journey. That really set me back, what I heard yesterday. And, I think I can, I won't use the person that I chatted to last night, who actually did some research and was exactly, the issue with everybody today. And I believe Johnny and I hit on this last Friday, is social media. Oh, that was a big wave. I fell over, and it's on TikTok. Well, I'm sorry, but this society, they won't call or talk face to face. That should never have even come off the ship. Now, the gentleman that his wife passed away, God bless him, and God rest her soul. That's such an unfortunate situation. And that's between him and the company. That's not to be aired out on social media, but unfortunately, it's been a quiet week in the cruise industry. I had more fun today chatting with Radio Jonesy, watching one of the Virgin ships come into Tasmania. And it was actually quite neat because I do have an app here that I can pull up anywhere in the world and tell you what the ship is and where it's from, how fast it's going, and the charted course it's taking. It is really, 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 really. What was that, DJ? Hey, everyone, just wanted to let you know that my family's car will be in the shop tomorrow. So we'll be back to 10-4, Rubber Ducky. But anyways, I just want to rest everybody's mind. He says it right in the ad. The reason why they don't do NCL doesn't back or hand out free cruises. That's not their gig. They don't have to. They are known for certain clientele that expect a certain quality of food. That's why I dare you to go through anybody that's cruised NCL and watch their breakdown videos. And NCL's in the top two, most of them the top in food friendliness. And then you have that comes out yesterday that's kind of smears it. So I just want to rest everybody's mind. NCL is not a 2-bit cranky company. Yes, they have sales, but I wish I could bring it up. I've asked Carnival to take me off their mail list, that we would never sail with them again. Privately, that's what I said. Well, it looks like they've went, we're going to show him. I'm now getting 3 different offers a week from Carnival. And it's like, I've already told you to take me off your list. I want nothing to do with you people. So not only are they sending offers to me, but now they're sending offers to Debbie. So I'm getting double the offers 3 times a week. And it's like, but I'm not all over TikTok saying that. Who cares? I'll get it fixed, but I'll get it fixed internally. Well, I don't want to block them, Linda, but yeah, no. Oh yeah. So rest assured, we picked the right one. Again, I will reiterate, book the insurance. It's maybe 3% of the entire cruise would be insurance on double occupancy. There's no, I just don't know how. I'm starting to, Verna. I'm still not 100%, but tomorrow's the first time I'm actually going to go out and do something since we got home. Like I've been out and done, like yesterday I ran to the post office. It seemed to go okay. And then tomorrow now I'll go to the Special Olympics basketball tournament. Now I won't be running all over. I'll be either court paramedic or first aider, whatever you want to call us, in case one of the athletes get injured. I'm right on scene to calm them first. Because, with special needs, some of you know, some of you don't, but they tend to get very scared if they get injured. So 9 times out of 10, they don't even hurt themselves, but they're scared they did. So it, yeah. And tomorrow will be my 10th straight year. And I wouldn't miss this for anything. Absolutely, Glenda. Absolutely. Your trip has to be paid off before insurance, right? No? Add it. Terry should have asked you if you wanted insurance whenever you booked your cruise. So just no, at any time. So yeah, Angie, you would have been working yesterday. Get Tony or yourself to open up an NCL account on the computer. And if you go into My Trips, yes, I think it's called My Trips. Just look on Procrastination Thursday. I actually brought it up on the screen to show people. That way there, you right on, DJ. One thing that you have to open an account. You have to have your reservation number, your last name, and your date of birth, I believe, is all you need. And your reservation number will be what Tony sent you. Not Tony, Terry sent you. Too many T's around here. In the top right-hand corner of the form that Terry sent you. Hey, Randy, nice to see you, brother. Randy, we're going to have an intervention, man. You got to start posting again. I'm really, and I'm not speaking for myself. Well, I am. I like to bug the hell out of you. But I'm speaking for other people that are like, we miss Randy's lives. People miss, as much as you don't think people miss the old growly truck driver. They do, brother. You got to you don't have to do it all day, every day. But do, yes, there you go. Glenda, do more. Even if you do one a week, man. Give people, let them interact with you. I know and I get it. I truly do. But even one a week, man. For the sake of Glenda's sanity. Oh, wait. Forget it. That's gone. So, again, remember what I said back whenever we first did this. Be very careful what you believe online. Influencers, like I can go through and tell you who is an influencer for pretty much every cruise line. You know what? I couldn't be an influencer because I wouldn't talk bad. If there's nothing bad to talk about, I couldn't do it. And to hear like people throw dirt at one another, nope. Just can't do it. Not gonna do it. But that's how there you go, Randy. Even mama misses you running down the road. Clickety clack, making it home. Howdy, howdy. Don't forget, guys, as soon as I'm done here in 36 minutes, head on over to Making It Home. They're always up to something. And I'm sure we're going to hear what happened this week. Just saying. So, yeah. JJ, they are Royal Heads. Royal Caribbean through and through and through and through and through. Um, if they get a very, very yes, exactly, Johnny. Took took tragedy and played off of the because there, from what I understand, it was a younger cruise going to the Antarctic. You know, that man's grieving enough as it is. Does he need his whole story dragged out on social media? No, no, probably not. Um, I did, and I am starting a travel channel. It will not be an influencer channel. It will be daily travels, cruising, just it's going to be it's what I enjoy is getting out, going different places. Um, you know, just turn on my GoPro and well, if I can ever figure out how to turn it on. Jesse says it's fat finger syndrome. He says that I have to activate the voice command. I think he's talking way too Star Trekky for me, you know. But hey, Bill. Oh, and if folks are interested in coming, you might want to sign up really quick. Actually, just let me double check, but I believe it is still 2 for 1. Um, ah, what am I doing? Oh, yes. Yeah, I believe it's still 2 for 1 cruises right now. Yes. Um, so right now, not the people that have already signed up, but right now, hey, look at that handsome fella. Um, you've got a free second guess. You've got the 250, and they put 250. So your down payment's $250. Then they put another $250. So it's actually $500 that you put down. And there's free, well, all the other stuff everybody gets because that was what we negotiated with them. You can turn it on with the GoPro Quick app. Hey, I got that on my phone. Told me to download it. One of these days, Johnny will chit chat because yeah, I it's a really good promotion. So Debbie, 2 or 3 nurses she works with have already signed up. Um, you know, they can't get enough healthcare people right now. I'm taking them all on a cruise. So it and again, they all know that you're on vacation. Everybody's going to be doing whatever they want to do. But the more people we get, the more people they're going to be all over the ship. You're going to know somebody every time you turn around. Or there's going to be some people saying, hey, why don't we go here? You can go there. I'm going to veg out in the casino for a while. What the heck? Go play the penny slots. There's just so much to do on the ship. And look out, crazy nurses on board. Amen. Amen. I dated a nurse once. She was far too crazy. That's why I married X Ray. Just about the same amount of money, but not as crazy. uh, Yeah, I think two are two are nurses and one's a ward clerk, and he's a firefighter. So um, it looks like a city. Oh, absolutely. Well, Linda, you can find any town that's 4,000, actually 60, no, just under 6,000, including the staff on a floating boat. So that's a half decent sized city. And what I like is NCL has from floor 4 is where we get off the gangway and get onto the pier or whatever. And then 5 is normally just all rooms. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, blah, 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 blah. No, they take a break between 9, 10, 11 are all rooms. And then you start getting back into nightclubs and bars and restaurants and, amenities. Yes. Yes. Heaven forbid that I say X-ray, Johnny. I do it to make her angry. I call her a picture taker. I like to live on the edge. So, yes. Has she ever x-rayed your head to see if there's anything up there? That's rather rude, you old fart. And yes, she has, and no, there's not. So, on you. Yeah, but Linda, you just look around and it's 6,000. I'm trying to think. Our whole municipality is 7,300. The next town right beside us, it's quite heavily populated for a small rural town, is between 9 and 11,000, I think. So, yeah. Yeah. Linda, been there, done it, got the t-shirt, and I left it in the city. We lived in a city, well, that's where we met, was in Ottawa, and there's 1 million people in Ottawa. Not my idea of fun. I've lived rural my whole life, except whenever I moved to Ottawa. I even rented a room outside of Ottawa and drove in until I met Debbie. And then, of course, we moved in together probably about 5 months after we were together. And yeah, there you go, Miss Ann. The ship is going to have more of what's in your entire town. And it's really neat because there's, I forget how many different, well, just on the carnival celebration that I was on, there was over 60 different countries represented on the ship. And that was pretty, that was, it's pretty cool. But yeah, no, like big cities don't interest me. Brampton Gardner, Rochelle. I used to go down there to pick up my 18-wheeler, and I would leave out of Toronto, which the depot would have been 30 minutes from Rochelle's house. And it just, yeah, it sickens me. It didn't matter where you looked, there was somebody. You couldn't go, like I can go outside right now and I won't see anybody till about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Well, no, it'd be earlier than that, probably 8 o'clock. That's what rural living's all about. Heck, I'd see more wildlife than I would people. And that's the way I like it. In my town has 2196 with the population density of 3 people per square mile. Absolutely, Bill. But again, it takes a special kind of individual to live where you do. It's not for the faint of heart. And I just love Home and Alone. I'm a member on her channel, and she put out a member video this week about how much it really costs to move up to Alaska. And like, I was floored at how much the ferry is. Then you got to drive in. Oh man. Like you're spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to get to Alaska, unless you drive through Canada. But then again, you have to get a secured broker to bring all your pew-pews up, because Canada will not let you bring guns, even if they're in 2 locked different safes. Won't do it. And I guarantee you, the Canadians that live along that stretch, they all got pew-pews, because, well, I'll share it to my community page the next time I see it. But there's a guy can't get rid of a moose now. The moose comes and hits his back door. He wants an apple. Well, the dummy started feeding a moose. And Bill can second me on this one. You don't feed those big things, because if he really wanted to, he's coming through that door. And I'm sorry, metal door, solid wood door, you ain't going to stop a moose if he wants to come through. And he's only about a 2. Hey, Lila, yeah, I do. Why, did I miss something? What did I miss? Hang on. La, 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 la. Oh, well, let me go back up. Why not? Yeah, don't feed the mooses. And no, do not go pet the mooses. The mooses will eat you. Do you think the Lord... Oh, you, Brenda, there'll be no shortage of people in the casino. And we will be doing a casino pull after the meet and greet on the first morning. So we get on the ship Sunday. Monday we have a room reserved. We just don't know how much of the room we are going to reserve. They're going to have a PA system there for us, and buffet. You know, what does it matter or you can order off the menu if you want. It's totally up to you. Yeah, absolutely, Johnny. It's now, my road is a little bit busier during the day because there is a subdivision at the end of it. But still, it's busy in the morning. It's busy after supper. But since I've been live, I think I've seen one car go by. And I don't know. No, I'm not being. Oh, I said hello to you whenever you first came in, Lila. Well, that's right, and mooses will eat you. Hey, Jamie, if you haven't been lurking, go back and watch the beginning. There's Wanda. So, I just, yeah. Angie, did you fall down and bump your noggin? Just saying. So, again, if you have anyone that's contemplating, Miss Ann, just to let you know, those people you were telling us about, and not your family, but the other people you were telling me about, they haven't. But right now, if they're around, would be a perfect time because it's 2-for-1 bookings or 50%. Scott, she's yeah, absolutely, Johnny. Again, she's fallen and hit her head. I don't know what else to say other than, oh, poor Angie. I feel bad for Angie. But I don't want to, I may not be able to race. I have to, I may just be the starter. If my doctor clears me, I'll be the one racing in the neck brace. Where was I going to go with that? Yes, I'll be the one racing in the neck brace, and Sir Grace will be the one with the guide stick swinging it in front of us. Sorry if we hit you. Just saying. Yeah, well, Miss Ann, I don't know. I've done stupider things. It'll all be up to my surgeon. It's just if I break one of those rods, it's going to take a few people to carry me off the ship in one of those bags. At least that's what they tell me. Oh, if yeah, Glenda, if one of these rods snap on my neck, I'm dead. I dead her. No more racing for me. Oh, Jesus, it'll take more than the wheel. He'd be bringing me upstairs. Just saying. Yeah, it's not a very fun experience, Linda. Been there, done it. Please, Scott, wear GoPro while racing, please. Someone wear one. Oh yeah, no. We're gonna. Trust me, I've got a GoPro. Johnny's got GoPros. Yeah, there's more GoPros. Speaking of Johnny, yeah. Speaking of GoPros, there's enough GoPros that are going to be on that.
There's enough GoPros, guys.
You're going to see multiple different angles of that race.
What's up with Angie?
I don't know. I think either she's fallen and hit her head, or Tony has done something to her wine.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Trouble in the house, right? Sure.
See, again, there you go.
And Dale says, guess I need to buy a GoPro before the cruise.
Oh,
You know,
well, go ahead.
GoPros are really cool because you can mount them to things that you wouldn't want to mount your phone to. I mean, you would not want to take your new iPhone or whatever if you're Josh Sherman, your old janky Android or whatever, and mount it on the things that we can mount these GoPros on and just do things. I mean, I got my last video's got mine underneath my truck, showing the drive shaft while I'm driving. You're not gonna put
Okay.
your phone under there.
No.
Hey,
And yeah, that's it. You've got
Linda Peterson. They made it in the house from out of the truck.
Wow. I'm in a glue stick. Won't hurt as much. Not if you get hurt. I'm investing in bubble wrap for you boys. Bubble wrap's overrated. Hey,
Bubble wrap.
I've got the eyes. Sir Grace has got the dexterity. We're good. I'm not sure how we're going to fit the two of us in a go-kart with Puppers. Puppers is going to have to sit on my lap but we're going to have to get him with one of those puppy helmets. Linda says, wow, for me, Johnny?
Yeah. And Tony says he mounted his GoPro on top of a gray PVC pipe thing. Went real good. Yeah, it did. Because somehow I'm going to end up with some extra batteries out of that deal. Thank you.
Oh, what happened?
All the while I'll be filming with my 10 on the ship.
Yep.
So, but anyway, so
yeah.
So what's going on, Scott? What's been
Nothing's really been going on. It's just the last 24 hours with these two fellas taking a good shot at NCL, and they obviously they won't say anything. That's just not who they are.
Well,
but
the thing is, you just let people make their own. People can see through stuff. If it's
I know, but some people were upset that maybe we picked the wrong cruise line, or is this what this cruise line's all about?
Oh, you've had people ask you that?
Yeah.
Oh no, man. I just get on a cruise and this will be my first cruise. I'll get on it. I'll deal with whatever comes along.
Well, and we make our vacation. They give us options. It's on you to have fun,
Right.
because every night you get a fold out, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 pages of things that happen from 8:00 in the morning to 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
I think the last nightclub closes at 2:30 a.m.
Yeah, and if you want to if you want to spend a day just in bed, you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and a lot of people, whenever they're on a sea day, that's what they do. They go out the night before and they sleep in till noon, go for brunch, and start their day at noon.
Right.
It's
vacation, guys. Vacation.
Younger,
what you want.
Exactly. Don't, you do what you want to do. You don't do, you don't do. Oh yeah, Jan, they're we had a couple little issues, but we did find out that it was actually a lack of staff. So our ship was last year. Our ship was supposed to sail with 1,300 staff. We had 700. So we wondered why it took a little bit longer for things. But if they would have just come out and said, "Guys, we're still trying to hire people," blah 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 blah, it wouldn't have been an issue. But, anyways, yes, Glenda was not the first, but she was frustrated with that video whenever it dropped.
So I haven't seen a video. I don't even know what you're talking about actually, but
Yeah. Well, and you, I don't think you follow any of the cruise guys anyways, so
no,
it's yeah. Oh no, Tony, you can go in the hot tubs in NCL. They clean them every day. And I know that for a fact.
I'm not going in one.
Oh, I will. I live in them.
I'm not going in one. That to me just seems like a little stew pot, while there's other people in there with you.
See, I shouldn't say that. What Debbie and I used to do is we'd get up early in the morning, have our coffee and whatever in the room, and then go up, jump in the hot tub for half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, and then get out, go have breakfast at the buffet, because that usually with NCL they have an amazing buffet breakfast. And
that's right, Tony.
yeah, but that's why I use them first thing in the morning. Tony, are you catching where I'm coming from? Now,
yeah, just throw in some onions and carrots, Lila says.
Oh no. It's gonna be a blast. But like I say, I know for a fact NCL drains the pool and the hot tubs. They drain them, they scrub them, they rinse them, sterilize
like
it.
A good place for a baby Ruth.
Yeah. With our GoPros. Look what I found, guys.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun. Jan, are you coming?
No.
No, you didn't meet the coolest people. We weren't there.
Exactly. So, I think the boss man and Jan should definitely come.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Glenda said she'll pass on the baby Ruth.
Hey, man, baby Ruths are good. That's a good candy bar. I was watching the Blands the other night, and Monica just kept feeding Eric candy, and I was like, man, that baby Ruth, that's the one that looks good. That cherry mash thing. Ugh.
Oh, I thought they were supposed to do that tonight.
No, they did it. They did it the other night. They did it Thursday night on their live.
Oh man, I see this. I could have swore it was like tonight, but yeah, no, it's Friday. So yeah, it would have been last night. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Pretty good.
And yes, I have to send her some Canadian Smarties. What you guys call Smarties, we call rockets.
I don't know what we call Smarties.
They're the little powdery things that have sayings on them, I think is what you guys I'm quite confused because somebody said Smarties and Jesse actually sent me up a thing of what said Smarties, and I'm like, huh? And yeah, so I sent him a box about that big at Christmas. And I'm like, these are Smarties, and he loves them.
Jesse and them are, I guess they're
No,
going to head
Lila.
back home next week.
Tuesday, or I think they're trying to pull out Tuesday, but it could be Tuesday or Wednesday. But they said they will go live.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to probably move the undocumented immigrants out of their house whenever they get there.
No.
They've been living there for a month.
Ian's in there.
Huh?
Ian's home, so it's okay.
Mini sweet tarts. Mini sweet tarts is what a Smartie's like.
Yes, okay. That's what they are, Angie.
I was thinking more along the line of Pop Rocks or something like that.
Oh no, Pop Rocks are Pop Rocks. Fill your mouth full of those, and it's like,
yeah. Those were fun, weren't they?
Oh man, there's stuff that we used to love. Remember those? What the hell were they called? Jawbreakers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you break just about or crack your teeth trying to get into the middle of it, where all the flavor was. Yeah. I don't even think they sell them anymore, or I haven't seen them anyways.
Right. Hey, there's Tamara and David. Howdy.
Yeah. And Jesse and Lisa, I think, are going to see Dave and Sandy Gibson, Tony and Joni's good friends. They're going to be coming on the ship with us as well.
Okay.
So awesome. They're popping up. Lukey, why aren't you not in bed? You've got a basketball tournament tomorrow, you dork. You say to me once, I'm tired, and I'm going to kick you right in the... Just saying, Lukey. You should be in bed and asleep, brother.
And Dale says they still sell Jawbreakers. Do they still sell Pop Rocks?
Where did I see those? Yes, I saw those recently. Actually, I think in Costco. They were selling a box of Pop Rockets. Or Pop Rocks.
Yeah. Angie says yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Those are cool, though. I used to love them whenever I was younger. I haven't had one of my. It's back in my days of peanuts poured into a glass bottle of not Mountain Dew, but Dr. Pepper. You pour your peanuts in it. Your glass bottle. Back whenever we had real pop.
Yep.
And not this concoction they feed us now. Oh,
well,
RC Cola.
Oh my God. I don't even know if they sell that anymore.
Yeah.
We're starting to show our age, guys.
Hey, you know what? Where does a badge of honor?
Absolutely.
We made it.
Absolutely. The things that we did, thank God they had no phones back then.
Hey, Lucas.
Well, hey, Lukey. Everybody says hello to you too, Lukey. So you going to get some baskets for me tomorrow, buddy?
Lila, I do remember Tang.
Yeah. Oh my God. I used to love that. Was a weekend treat.
We thought we were cool because we were drinking the same thing the astronauts were.
Astronauts, the military, they have actually. Kyle said that he got the last time they were out in the field, he got an MRE that had Tang in it, and he's like, and I'm like, no way! I used to love that stuff. He's like, Dad, that stuff is garbage.
So
and I'm like, oh, I said, don't ruin my childhood. I'm like, that was good in our whenever we were kids, but I said it was either that, milk, or water. so
Tony's out here reminding us how much of a have a how much he's got a child bride basically.
Yeah.
MRE has Tang in it from 1980.
Yep. Well, you know what? Then it should still be good, Miss Linda. And I told him next time he gets one, make sure he shoves it in his backpack and bring it home because I want to try it. You better be making close shots, Lukey. That means run down the court, not stop at center and shoot. Yeah, but the little bugger he can. He hits half courts like no tomorrow. He'll hit 3-pointers, no tomorrow. But with the Special Olympics, they don't give 3 points outside the key. So they're all 2 points. So
Tony says, Joni, you're close to us also. What do you mean close to us? You mean like between you and Angie? And Andale, you're right. I do. I have a documented child bride. I mean, YouTube. It's official. I've got an absolute warning right now on our channel because I've got a child bride.
Well, and you know that's kind of icky how old they, you know. Hey, Christine does look very young, but not 12 young.
No.
Damn, she can drive a tractor. Damn good for 12-year-old.
Oh wow! Take that document to the bank, Linda says. Right.
I still can't believe that they will not settle that up with you.
No, won't do it.
Well, I can't even get them to answer me. So the last 28 days, I've got 160 subscribers because I've got deeper into the cruise channels. Well, I've went up five subscribers. They're withholding the rest. And these people comment on my stuff. So explain to me how that works.
I don't know.
Well, let's see here. I know I looked at it tonight and I got really angry.
Right. Sherman got denied his monetization.
What?
How's that, Josh?
Because I bet you Titus is in a lot of his. I bet you because they nailed him for Titus.
Well, I was gonna say there's a lot of people that you know, that is a thing though. I mean, they'll go back and look at the videos that you've done in the past, and they will like if you have music or anything in there that's not, you know, you can't get those monetized. You can't get a lot of content monetized. But I know guys, I know people right now who aren't monetized, who are putting only very good music that, you know, I mean, like,
well, Drew,
you know, not Drew, just throw Drew out there. Drew's doing that by choice, and he is by monetized. Choice. Okay. This is somebody who's doing it because they think they'll never hit 1,000. They think they're never going to get to 1,000 subscribers, so they're just using whatever music they want. And I told them, I said, you know, all those really good videos you got back there with all that good music, they're not going to monetize them whenever you get there.
No, so, they won't.
But that's why we aren't monetized, because we love our grandkids on with us. I don't ever see them.
I was going to say.
All I see is Tony waving a phone around.
I believe during the summer, I remember seeing the kids on once.
Are you talking about? Oh no, you don't call them. Well, I see the dogs on there. I know some people. They go. They
Oh,
have.
Angie
They
says
call
they're on
their
there a lot.
animals their kids stuff. There are a lot. Angie says. Well, I've
Hmm.
watched a lot. So, and Linda Peterson says they are cute as a bug's ear. There you go.
Okay.
I take your word for it, Linda. I don't know what a bug ears look like.
Yeah.
It says it isn't my content. What does it says, Josh?
It says that, hey, Josh, I'll drop the link. Come on up. And please, I know it's Shenanigan Friday. Making It Home is live. So if you want to go over, Johnny and I will be staying on here for a little bit longer. But please feel free to go over and support Making It Home or stay and chat with us.
So he's in the car driving. So, right. So tell
not
us.
The first time you've been in the car.
We've seen you live from the truck at
Exactly.
night.
Just
I thought he got his
me.
hours. Maybe
I
it's
thought
the
he had his
top of it.
hours too. But I bet you he stopped and he would have lost hours again. It's the game they play. So I just called it up.
Oh, it says reused content. Did you upload things over and over? Maybe.
I have my subs and reused content. Now, did you take somebody else's content and add it in? Because all that it takes is one video that you use somebody else's content for them to say that. No. Ah, man. I don't know what to say, Josh. If you go
Never heard
up
that one, just like
if
Wanda
you go
said.
up to settings and then go to feedback, you can send them an email. Not that they will answer you, because I've sent them 3. And I'm about to send them a 4th, because in the last 28 days, I've got 4,100 views. I've got 386 watch hours. I've got 137 new subscribers. And I went up 5. Well, if I'm getting, 400 watch hours in 28 days, that's not too bad. I'm not a huge channel. So,
I got you. Josh says I have one music video that has over 31,000 views. That I figure is the problem, but it says I can't reapply till March 16th. Yeah, that one. That one might do it.
Is that the whenever you took the girls to the concert, Josh?
Good night, Lila.
That one? Night, Lila.
Well, I understand you recorded the video, but if it has music on it that's copyright, then
if there's no singing, they can't say anything to you if it's just music.
I don't know about that. I mean, I've heard people say that. I mean, think about the people who are singing it themselves and they get copyrighted.
Well, look at I had the Vineyard Chicks on.
Right.
They only sang their content.
And they got copyrighted.
They got a copyright and I didn't. And it was my live.
Right.
Figure that one out.
So
yeah, okay. So yeah, I remember that one then, Josh. And if you go, there's a way that you can just mute the sound and just put in any music, any YouTube friendly music. Nobody will ever know the difference, and you'll still get the 3,100,000 views. See what I'm saying?
Wanda Henry says, I have 28 subs. I'm going to post videos soon. Awesome, Wanda.
Right
That'd be
on.
great. We're looking for it.
Well,
And I
you know
saw
what?
Beverly Moffett said she had some subs, and Jamie Conway has some subs.
Yep.
And
so Wanda lives in probably one of the most beautiful spots in Canada. And she could just do day trips around PEI, the fishing, the private beaches that just the locals use. Man, I get actually, where did I see that? I think I have it right here, Wanda.
Hey, Radio Jonesy.
Hey, Jonesy, we were just talking about you a little while ago, brother. Does that look familiar, Wanda? So this is the sandstone that is PEI. And if I get it up close enough, you can see like there's like gold speck in it and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful and it's heavy. But this is from the east side in a local only. If you weren't local, you'd never know where to look for that beach. But because we have friends from PEI, we always go down to one certain beach.
Can you for us that are ignorant of this, what is PEI?
Prince Edward Island.
Okay.
So it is an island between it's off the east coast of Canada. It's not as far out as Newfoundland, but it's farther than New Brunswick. Hey, Jamie, or Nick, sorry. Jamie's here too. I looked up at Jamie and then I saw Nick down below. And yeah, no, we had a good, if you want to see a cruise ship come in, we were over on Jonesy's channel, and Virgin was coming in, and they were about 45 minutes late. So then I got onto my ship app, and I finally tracked them down, and it was neat. Jonesy, the way that he had his cameras set up, he can see the port. So I said, oh, it's about, I think it was 4 nautical miles out. And within like 2 minutes, you could see the front of the ship starting to come into. And he came in pretty hot all the way. Absolutely, Wanda. That would be amazing.
That's one thing we don't have a shortage of is sandstone rock here and where the cattle are. I mean, whenever I was a kid, they came and bought it from my dad, sandstone out there to
really?
use and well, back in those days, a lot of people rocked in their house, or they did lots of rock gate entrances and rock. Just all kinds of things with rock. Well, that's kind of fell out of style now.
Yeah.
People are trying to look more modern and things like that. But boy, we've got a bunch of it.
So it, you know, PEI is all red sand. It that's
Sound like
you know,
Oklahoma City.
oh yeah. So there you go. Yeah. And
Red sandy soil.
yeah,
We call it
well
red dirt country.
there's no, so if they want gravel in PEI, they ship it in because it's all sandstone. So all the roads and whatever else, it's either built on solid like sandstony stuff with a little bit of gravel on it, or it's a horseshoe, it's a horse path. I've been on a few of those, but I just, yeah, if my health was better and Debbie was closer to retirement. Oh, you're getting ready for bed, Lukey? All right, buddy. We'll see you in the morning. I'll be there probably about 7:45 or so.
Yeah, I imagine, Wanda, if you live on an island, I imagine a lot of things have to come in from the mainland.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah.
lot.
Well,
Gravel comes from the mainland.
they are connected by the interprovincial bridge, and yeah, gravel comes from the mainland, which is New Brunswick. They either truck it across the bridge or they barge it in, and it yeah, I can't say enough about that area. Up there, lobster actually tastes good. Nothing personal to the folks of Florida, but your lobster's garbage. You got to have some maritime lobster. I the stuff they tried to feed us on the ship, I finally called over the maitre d, and I knew him by first name nearing the end of the week, and I'm like, "What is this?" Oh, she's having a dodo.
That answer your question, Angie?
There you go. Lee said the gravel comes on the new bridge. So it's really cool. BI invites everybody in with open arms, but you better have $50 in your wallet to get back off, because that's where they charge you to use the bridge. They don't charge you to come onto the island, but they charge you to get off the island.
Hi, Teresa.
Hey,
Teresa
Teresa.
Jukiewicz. Good to see you.
That's all right, Teresa. We're actually we're over about 19 or 18 hours or 18 minutes.
Yeah. Overtime.
But
We're in overtime right now.
yeah, we're going after dark. I know. I've never figured that out, Wanda. I tried to tell our friends that we visit all the time. I'm like, you people have to get, I'm sorry, the locals. There has to be some card that you guys pay $100 a year, and that's as many trips on and off. But even like Wanda that lives on the island, if they want to go over and say go to Moncton or somewhere in New Brunswick, it costs them $50, or go visit family. $50
Wow.
every time she leaves that island.
Wow. You're kind of like captured on the island there.
Well, and again, so this $50 is supposed to rebuild the bridge whenever it's time and do fix ups and whatever. But like, I forget, either Lee or Wanda, you can say how long the bridge is, but I think it's about 3 miles, 6 clicks. Might only be 4, I'm not sure, but it's beautiful. But
yeah,
again, it's the walls aren't high enough. So if there's any kind of wind going down the strait, trucks can't go. They have to pull the trucks over, and one side could be, excuse me, one half of the bridge might have a major snowstorm and the other half not.
So
Oh,
Tony says,
well,
sound
there you
like you
go.
need a boat. Yeah. If I had to pay $50 every time I had to leave an island, I'd have a boat.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Drew
So
says,
Lee
I'm
said
on a
it's
boat.
14 kilometers, so that'd be 7 miles long, the bridge. Hey, Drew.
Night, Lucas.
It just, yeah, I don't understand how locals, like, you can pretty much get everything on the island, but during the summer, the locals want to get a hell out of there because it's such a major tourist. 9 miles would be 18 kilometers. It's double, Wanda. So 12.9, that's 13. So it'd be 6.5 miles.
Wow.
And
They just need to go off miles.
And it's funny, eh? Didn't I just mention
that liter thing too gets me?
Yeah, well, 4 liters for every gallon.
Yeah, and they sell it by the liter over there where you guys are, by the liter. So it's not
the whole world except for the US sells it by the liter.
We don't all ride mopeds. Some of us want to buy our gas by the gallon.
Neither do we. Oh man.
I think that's probably the reason, because over in you guys are the European system, right? So in the there's Europe, you can drive across 3 or 4 countries in a day.
Over there, yeah.
Right. So a lot of people are using small, just little short jaunts and stuff like that. And so they're selling it by the liter over there. I have an important question about the cruise. Will there be a NL Texas Hold'em table?
You will. Do you want it in the smoking side, Drew, or the non-smoking side? There is probably, oh my God, 4 or 5 card tables plus roulette. You name it. There's, well, obviously slots, coin machines, you name it, it's on the ship. So, yes, Drew, I'm looking forward to seeing you and Lynn's again. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we've got, like you said, we've got people that have nothing to do with YouTube, probably don't even know how to log on to YouTube are coming. So there's family, there's.
So let me get this right. You cannot take a blow dryer on the cruise, but they still allow smoking.
Every room has like Debbie's got half decently thick hair, but probably a little bit. She's got a little bit more than what you do, Angie, and she doesn't have any problem. It's a good powered. You can bring your straightener, but because and the one thing you never want to see on a cruise ship is fire.
So they'll let people smoke?
Oh, yeah. Well, they're well, you can only smoke in certain times and in certain places. If you're caught smoking somewhere you shouldn't be, like say your balcony, the next port of call,
you hear that,
have
Drew?
to find your own way home.
Balcony.
Don't do
You're
it.
Gonna have to run down to the.
It's usually so it's in
casino
the casino
to smoke.
Well, you can smoke in the casino. You can. And there's certain places in the casino you can smoke. I'm trying to think. Up on the Lido deck, I think, is one area. And then there's another area down lower.
So you're going to travel to smokes, what he's saying.
It's actually not that bad. Like, obviously, I haven't smoked in 11 years. So, but Debbie said it, like, she'd just go up the elevator and maybe walk 150 feet and you're at a smoking area from an elevator. When in 2025 are we going? April 26th, our money have to be in. August 24th to the 31st, 2025.
August 24th.
So what I was trying to tell you earlier, Jonesy, was right now they're having 2-for-1 flights. So you would pay for your flight, your wife would fly for free. And right now they're doing 2-for-1. So if you book with your wife, you only pay for one person. So there's actually a really good special on right now. Now, I don't know how much it would be for you to come across from, Australia. Probably half of what you said today. And that's all looked after by NCL. That's why I said we're looking at the Spirit that you're going to see in your port next Saturday. We're actually looking at doing that cruise possibly in 2026 or 2027.
So look at Drew's comment. It goes along with what you were talking about earlier, that one he put right above the bottom one there. About the reviews.
Okay. Yes. So you're going to want to watch the first of the video again, but you've got to be very careful. Drew, send me a message, or you can get my phone number from many people, Johnny, even Josh. Josh can give you my phone number. Shoot me a text. A lot of these folks that are trashing other cruise lines are called influencers. Well, the one that came out yesterday, their major Royal Caribbean International, whatever that company is, I just call them Royal. They swear on Royal. Right, wrong, or indifferent, Royal gives them free cruises, so they hold Royal up. So they cruise back to back, and they only had to pay a quarter of what us normal people would pay. So, but yes, no. It's a beautiful ship. It's a new ship. How come people in the U.S. need a passport for the cruise? Technically, they don't, Wanda, but everybody is recommending now that if you're traveling in today's world, have a passport. We need it because we're going to the U.S., but on the train, yeah, there you go. We're going on the train. If that pans out, we're going to go on the train. That comes into Canada.
Also,
they will look at our passports.
Also, flying. If you don't have real ID, like your driver's license isn't real, what they call real ID. Like my driver's license is not real ID. Then I have to have a passport. So, and that's flying here. You know, that's not me flying out of the country. That's just
Domestically.
flying to Dallas or something.
Yep. Yeah, no,
Only
it's weird. Only if you take the train through. Well, yes, Angie, but like Terry's telling everybody, NCL's recommending you have a passport. That way, there, like Johnny said, there's never any issues with you flying, getting on the cruise. They don't ask you for your ID. They ask you for your passport. And that's not only NCL, that's Carnival, that's every cruise line. So I just, do you need it? Not unless you're going to go on the thing. But like Johnny said, Johnny and them have looked into it, and his driver's license, his standard driver's license, isn't good enough to fly domestically. But again, it's $130. What's another $130 whenever we're spending what we're spending to do this trip? And get it now. Get it now so that you don't have to worry about it come crunch time. You know,
if you're gonna, Josh, if you're gonna pick Drew up on the way, you're gonna be going the wrong way. Drew is east.
I don't know who is
north.
Exactly. I don't know who's more scared to fly, Drew or Josh. The two of them are going to be like, the girls are just going to have to put them in two seats and let them hug the whole way, because they're going to have to be drugged.
You just get on the plane. You just, after you get took off, you just kick back and go to sleep.
Amen.
You wake up and you're there.
And depending on the size of your plane, there's free like TV, movies. A lot of people bring their iPads.
Yeah.
Like we will have at least an iPad, charging our phones, because we're going to be in the air about 9 hours. It's looking like I'm going to fly out of Ottawa into Chicago, and Chicago into Seattle.
That's right, Andale. It's no big deal. One time the plane, they upgraded our plane whenever I was flying up to, I believe it was to Aberdeen. I was going to be getting off at Aberdeen. And no, it wasn't Aberdeen. It was Minneapolis, and then over to Aberdeen. Well, they upgraded our flight, and we flew on one of those overseas, one of the planes that they fly across to like Europe. And you talk about nice. I was in first class on an overseas type plane, and you literally, when you lay down, I mean, when you get your deal, I mean, it's a total recliner. You've got a screen this big in front of you. You can watch any movie you want, and the closest person to you is like 6 or 7 feet over from you. It was so nice.
Yeah.
And every few minutes they were coming by. Sir, would you like something to drink?
Yeah. The worst flight that I've ever had was out of Tulsa last spring. Tulsa back to Chicago. The entire way, they did not take off the seatbelt signs, and the stewardess did not give beverages or snacks because it was that.
So where did you fly to?
Tulsa to Chicago.
I don't think they fly Tulsa to Chicago. I think they fly Tulsa to Dallas to Chicago.
Nope. That's the way I flew. Was Ottawa, Chicago, Tulsa, Chicago, Ottawa. That's the way I flew.
Flown Tulsa to Chicago. Every time it's always flown from Tulsa to Dallas to Chicago.
I'll text you.
Every single time.
I'll text you my route because I still have the thing. So yeah, no, that's I flew United. and their main hub now is in Chicago. So they route all their East Coast, upper northern East Coast through Chicago now.
Yep.
So even
International flight.
Andale.
That's right, Linda. International. Oh wow. It was awesome.
Oh, those so
I didn't fly to
looked.
Europe. Andale, I didn't fly to Europe. I flew from I think it was Atlanta. They flew me from Tulsa to Atlanta to Minneapolis to Aberdeen. And my flight from Atlanta to Minneapolis was on an international flight. Crazy.
I will, Josh, I will Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, you better make sure they got a Texas Hold'em on there.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna we're gonna end up going to Drew and Lindsay's room anyways. We'll just play poker there.
Josh Sherman said, I wouldn't fly if it was free.
Who?
Josh.
Yeah, he talks a smart game, but I don't know if he's got enough holidays to drive up there.
You know, whenever I was younger, Josh, before I'd ever flown, I was the same way. But man, as soon as I flew, I'm like, I want to fly everywhere.
So the first time I ever flew, I was about 10 years old in my cousin's Cessna 4-seater plane.
Look what Christine wrote.
Dear God, that was like, hold on to whatever you could, because the whole plane was doing this. And it's like, and I said, never, never again am I going to fly, but I love it. I sleep now.
Dad, what cousin had a plane?
Grant.
Oh.
I don't speak to him, so don't worry about it. You won't go in his plane.
Aw.
Drew says, I mean, brand new planes having the doors ripped off hasn't helped.
Nah.
Well, let's see. How many times does that happen? How many times has there been a car wreck between here and Tahlequah since, in the last week?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I find it. Oh, somebody's up.
Somebody's up. Yeah.
Hey, Christine. She must have heard us thinking about or talking about her again.
You probably heard my loud mouth through the door.
Probably. And then, just talking about Drew, and he shows up 5 minutes later. So I'm not sure what's going on. That's one thing I've never been in, Wanda. If it turns out that the train in Australia,
Yeah.
sorry, Jonesy, got Jonesy on the mind. In Alaska, if the train does not stop and we can't pan gold, they've changed their route. I'm actually going to look at doing a helicopter ride onto one of the glaciers. Debbie would never do that. So I'll just, she can take the credit card in the port, and I'll go up in a helicopter.
Christine says she'd fly in anything.
Yeah.
She's logged more air miles than
I was going to say, Christine's probably, the amount of traveling that lady's done in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I've flown a few times on a helicopter, and I got to be the co-pilot. Wow, that would be awesome, Wanda. That would be awesome.
Oh,
Jonesy,
yeah.
my ears were burning.
I didn't show you. We got this really cool hat from Derek Fowler, 1973.
Oh, cool.
Thank you, Derek, for that hat.
Excellent. Oh, those are nice hats.
Yes, it is a nice Richardson hat. Thank you very much for it.
I would not purchase anything other than a Richardson. They've come down in price now, and the crap that they want to sell you for more money than what you can buy a Richardson for now. I'm like, nah, you'd be crazy.
They're nice hats. Sure
They are. Yeah. And I really like this. I really like this hat too. It's where Kenzie works. I don't think it's a GM. It's not a Richardson, but it's really comfortable as well.
Is it a Velcro hat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It just fits perfect. But yeah, no. Honestly, guys, there's and Drew, there's really nothing, as long as you're not trying to take something through security that you're not supposed to have, there's no issues. You walk through the scanner, you take off your shoes, you walk through the scanner, and they just have a great day. I've never had an issue. So yes, if you don't want to sit there and tie your running shoes, yeah. Yeah.
As for Drew, he's got the one of one Gillum Farms hat. One of one. The only one made. Flat bill.
Oh no. I don't know how he can wear, like, I'm constantly folding my hats, like just the way I guess we've grown up, that but yet really flat bill didn't start but what, 10-15 years ago? Like if you would have said flat bill whenever we were, say, Drew's age, they would have looked at you like you had 1,000 heads and say, what? What's a flat bill? You take your hat and you squish it.
Hey, yeah, Drew said when Lindsay flew to Vegas, got stuck for 30 hours before they got on another flight, cost us 2 days vacation time. Yes, that does happen, especially whenever you fly in inclement weather. If you fly in the winter time or anything like that, snow.
It was just after the pandemic whenever they did that too. So they hadn't, and I'm the first one to say they don't have enough pilots right now. And I see where Drew's saying, but if you fly with a reputable company, which if you book through NCL, you're going to fly American, United, Delta. That's it. Or possibly Air Canada from there to Chicago, and then it'll come to Canada. It'll drop off that way. Sorry, I just double checking here.
Josh Sherman says, I don't have vacation time. I'm just taking off a couple of weeks. So, Josh, sounds like you need to be renegotiating your contract.
For everything you do, man.
Right.
And day and night. Like you work day and night, Josh. And weekends. And holidays. We've seen it. We did not go cheapest flight. What? Oh, we did go cheapest flight. That's fair. So what they were saying, there was a lot of people that got stuck in upstate New York, New York City, Chicago, the whole northern US. Whenever we were on the ship in Florida, they got stuck because they used the discount airline. United, Delta, American Airline, they all work together. So they'll let you go on to another flight to get you to your destination. The discount carriers don't work with anybody. But again, NCL does not work with discounted carriers. So it's all good. No, Wanda, it's not even mandatory in Canada. They have to pay you vacation time. Like, I think it's 4% for 2 weeks, 6% for 3 weeks, and so on and so forth. So yeah, no, it's not even mandatory in Canada, but it is a labor law that an employer has to pay vacation time, but they don't per se have to give you time off. They're paying you in lieu.
Yes, Derek.
Xander, what's vacation? Whenever your sisters go away. That's
Yeah.
vacation, Xander.
If they ever leave the house and you're there by yourself, that's vacation.
Absolutely, Derek. Tell you what, Derek, send me your address. I'll flip you hat for hat. And I might even throw in one of my new shirts that I'm going to start making tomorrow.
I don't know.
Let me know your
I don't know,
size.
Xander. Maybe you can holler fire sometime. I'll leave, and you can be there for 5 minutes by yourself.
Either that, or you can't buy them in Canada because kids might hurt themselves with it. But you can in the U.S. Even if they're missing all their fingers. Are those little red firecrackers? Light a string of those and throw it in the bathtub and watch the girls scatter. Oh, absolutely, Christine. So are we. It's going to be so much fun. Is the train still something we're going to do? Well, okay. So Jamie, I'm trying to get a hold of the vendor. Debbie and I spent 8 hours watching YouTube Alaska, White Railway Alaska train videos, and we could not see where one stopped and they panned gold and like ate salmon.
Nice. Pan
So
and
it's
gold
like,
eating salmon. I'm in.
yeah. So I'm like, that's the whole reason why
Not
we were going to
Teresa.
do it. Teresa's taking off. All right, Teresa, night. So that's the whole reason why we were going to do that. But I'm not going to I'm not going to spend 6.5 hours on a train ride and, probably $600. Well, not quite. I'm hoping to get it down lower than that. If we're not going to do the salmon fish or the salmon lunch and panning for gold, whenever you can spend $100 and go on a 2.5 hour venture, it just doesn't make sense. So, Josh, are you over there? Yeah, poker.
I need to turn
there
my
you go.
computer around real quick. Hang on.
As she darts. Oh, man. Johnny gonna get beat. I know, and that's why I wanted to go, Jamie. But again, I can't justify spending, $500-600 if we're not going to do that kind of stuff. Because really, I've seen snow in mountains.
She snuck the other way out of here.
No.
What's bad is
almost
she
like she
could have came
doesn't-
the other way the first time.
It's like she doesn't trust you.
Right.
It's like she doesn't trust you. Drew, make yourselves an account, ncl.com. You'll need Lindsay will have the paperwork. Your reservation numbers at the top right-hand corner. You'll need that. You will need, I don't know if it's booked under your name or Lindsay's name. I think it's under your proper name and your birth date. No, just confetti tonight, no balloons. Uh-oh. Remember last night during Cahoots?
Johnny, don't be weird. I'm never weird.
Christine, you married him.
Hey, living free Alaska.
Free Alaska. Hey. How are you? But yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. I could look it up here fairly quickly. Just the only one that I wish we were longer was in Victoria, BC. It's beautiful, but we're only there for 4 hours because that's the minimum they have to stop in another country to make it legal. They're not allowed to soul. Okay, so Seattle, we depart at 5. We'll be on the ship about noon, 1 o'clock. Day 2 is when we're going to have the meet and greet, the casino pull, and I'm going to try to do the races that night. To get it over with, because if it rains the whole week, they shut it down. So if they're smack talking for 2 years and we can't race, there's going to be some upset people, including me. So our first stop is day 3, Juneau, Alaska, and we arrive at 2:30. And I think I'm not sure. I'm just looking here. I forget.
Hey Josh, I'm your huckleberry.
What's that?
I told Josh I'd be his huckleberry.
There you go. Oh, come on. Anyways, Josh will text you you're not racing no go-karts. Feel your head, Drew. They go 40 mile an hour, man. If you hit the side the right way at the right speed, you just start screaming, Jesus, take the wheel, because you're gone. You'd be gone. You'd be racing that in the bottom of the ocean with a whole bunch of whales following you. Night, hon.
How much is it to race?
I get I'm trying to get it for $10 or like a race, which is 10 or 15 laps. No, 7 or 10. Absolutely, Christine. Ruben is racing.
Or is that Ruben is racing?
Well, that's
Ruben.
But I'm not picking on Christine. If she wants to eat a Reuben while she races.
I seen a dude lose his fingers on carts like that.
Oh my goodness. That's why they say keep your hands on the inside.
You know, you guys go out and use chainsaws and all kinds of stuff like that and do and you're worried about some go-karts.
Exactly.
You're wanting to drive all the way, you're wanting to ride with Josh Sherman all the way across the country and you're worried about go-karts.
Exactly. Oh man. Yeah, exactly, Angie. He's scared he's going to get a whooping. And he doesn't want his lovely, lovely other half to whoop him. Oh. Yeah, you guys, there's actually Miss Anne, it's her birthday. It's your anniversary. It's Tony and Joni's anniversary. There's about 5 or 6 people that are having different things. So make sure that if you're going, and make sure that you let Terry know if you have a special occasion. NCL tends to do little something for people celebrating on their ships.
Jamie, it's about a 60-mile drive to the airport. Is what it is. Or unless you're asking Josh Sherman.
No, Jamie, Josh is looking at like a 6-day drive. So that's 6 days there, 7 days on the ship, 1 day waiting, and another 7 days home, and he only gets 2 weeks holidays. You do the math. Yes. See, Miss Anne? I listen sometimes. Well, think about it, Jamie. He's got to drive from the lower end of our, for poops and giggles, we'll say Davis, Oklahoma, to Seattle. Type that in your computer, and I bet you it's going to tell you it's 5 days minimum.
It's only like 38 hours.
Yeah, but you see, Drew, I've driven big rigs.
Wagon. Let's go.
I've driven big rigs through
Brian.
there, and I know a lot of the state troopers. They like to sit, so it's either going to cost you guys a whole lot of money, and you can't make the excuse that, oh, I'm just practicing racing. No. Only airplanes can go that fast, Drew.
Ginger loves that okra. You can see it in her face. Few people will get that.
And did everybody go to Ginger's page? That's all I'm going to say. Go have a look. See what happened in Ginger's place today. And she didn't hit a rock and ruin the lawnmower for Joey to fix. Hey, Brian.
My wife is so good to me out there in the chat.
Yeah, I know, eh? I can feel the love.
Yeah, feel the love, guys.
Well, you woke her up, so now she's cranky.
Yeah, and I brought her home dinner, and I brought home groceries, and I did all that stuff today.
But did you put it away?
Yes.
Oh,
well, I didn't put her dinner away. I mean, okay, there's a threat. Forever.
Yeah. Now forever seems like such a long time.
Love you too, sweetie.
Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Yeah, all she wants is a greenhouse.
I'm going to ignore everything you say.
Greenhouse and 52 raised beds. That's all she wants.
Yeah, look at forever. I can just see
Yeah.
that.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing in my head. I could actually see her, and she's pushing you over as she's saying it. Oh man.
So,
So did Christine get her seeds from the Dixie Chick or the
yes, she got,
Vineyard Chicks yet?
yeah, she got all that stuff.
I can't believe the
She got a
amount of
whole bunch of
freaking
other stuff.
seeds.
I mean, I'm like covered in seed packets here. They're just everywhere. They're on the
Well,
couch. They're like, they're just everywhere.
Yeah. I will never get life insurance on me that way.
That would be like buying me a death certificate.
Josh, if you don't get or if you don't get insurance on this cruise,
I am women. Hear me roar. I'm gonna build my own crap. Oh.
Sure. I think you've been hanging around that Glenda.
You're going to dig down into the ground when we build a greenhouse, but it will be a few years, I'm sure. You're just wanting to use that backhoe.
I was going to say, now that he's got the backhoe, he's just digging everything. Oh, man. Yes, that he does, Christine. He does have a sweet wife. Well, let's face it. And then I get bite me? Ouch. I was nice to her. She's having one of those high school moments. Quickest way to get man to work is pick up power. Yeah. Yep. Or, honey, I'm going to clean your toolbox. Oh, no, you're not. Yeah. Every time I hear my drawers open in my toolbox, I'm like, what are you doing?
I think she's having a kind of some kind of a moment here. Her comment is "love you," and then it's "don't talk to me," and then "love you again."
Bipolar. Hey, Linda, it's either a hot flash or short circuiting. We're not sure which one yet.
Feed me tacos and tell me I'm pretty.
That's easy.
I try to take you to Jose's. I can't get you out of the house.
I don't blame her. She spends enough time outside the house.
Run, Johnny, run. Nope, not running.
Got to face it head on.
Face it head on.
But anyways, folks, I did go over 2 hours. Oops. But that's what happens whenever you start laughing, and that's what Friday nights are supposed to be all about. Is a lot of fun, a little bit of information.
See you, Drew.
Take care, Drew. And any questions you guys have, Drew, either shoot me an email or Josh will send you my digits, and just text me, brother.
See, look at this. Okay, I'm not leaving. See, I stayed till the end. Yes, you did. So, usually in our live, if he comes into our live, he's the closer.
Yeah, well, that's it. So he actually came in halfway.
He did.
And he stayed right to the end.
Yeah. But you know why? Because he thought you were going to go for an hour, and he thought he was at the end of it.
Tricked you. I got you, Josh. Andrew. Oh man. But all right. So yes, everybody, if you missed the announcement, please. The Encore is it's the third oldest ship they have. It came into service in 2019 or 2020. It's a new ship. They did go through a rough patch at one time trying to get all their staff back. For the most part, most of the staff is back. I've had personal friends that were on it last year and this year, and they have no issues whatsoever. So I'm only going off of facts and not people trying to make some money off of people's emotions. Oh,
Okay,
did I say that out loud?
Before everybody out there in the chat leaves, because I see you get goodbye. Remember, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Chilling with the Gillums. We're gonna have the entire committee for the 10 Killer YouTube meetup on panel. So we're going to be discussing a lot of that stuff and talking to the chat about it. So be there.
Amen, Christine. Facts trump feelings. And unfortunately, no, I'm not even going to go there. We've had a good night. I don't need to go demonetize at the last second.
Yeah, go demonetize in the last minute.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, take care. Have fun. And we will talk to you all.